Hello guys, Dead by Dawn 93 here, and today on my must-see horror episode I'll be talking about a Stephen King classic that has stood the test of time, and it is Children of the Corn. This is one of the first Stephen King movies I've seen. I think I saw Pet Sematary before this, but yeah, this is just one of those films that everyone's seen. I love this film. I watch it every year on Halloween. It's really a favorite. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little overview of it. Basically, it's about a couple who are driving through Gatlin on a road trip, and they end up their car ends up breaking down in a small town called Gatlin. And when they show up, they at first assume that the entire town is deserted, but they end up seeing a couple of kids, and they follow them around, and they find out that all the town's adults have been massacred and killed by a cult of children who live out in the cornfield. And they basically worship this sort of corn god out there. Really a cool original idea for a horror story, instead of just, you know, a kid that just decides to kill people. It's actually got more to that. Basically, Linda Hamilton's in this, who, as you know, played Sarah Connor in the Terminator movies. She was in it, and I remember seeing this movie, I think, before I saw Terminator, so I didn't know who she was until after I saw Terminator. I was like, oh yeah, that's her. But one thing about the movie that I like, that I think that the movie's about, is the whole religious cult. In a way, I think that this movie is sort of like saying, you know, if our religion can be abused, and it can be controlling if you use it in the wrong way. If you use it in the right way, it can be, you know, uplifting, and it can, you know, help you through things, and, you know, it can make you, and it can make you feel strong about yourself. But in a film like this, that's basically the whole thing is just a bunch of kids being corrupted and basically going on a killing spree. Now I want to talk about some of the characters in the movie. First off, I want to talk about Isaac, who is played by John Franklin. Isaac, the leader of the cult. His performance in this movie is great. It's like the opening scene in the coffee shop. If you guys know what I'm talking about, the coffee shop, when he's just standing there and he's peering through, just looking at everybody. Yeah, that's really cool. And him walking around in the corn, talking to the kids and everything. I really dug his performance. And another performance was of the redheaded kid Malachi, who is pretty much he just wants to kill everybody, you know. Like, he's more into doing whatever the God says, you know, we're doing this for the God, and he's doing it for, we need blood for the corn, we need, everything about that, and Malachi's just like, I just want to kill everybody. I just want to kill everybody. I also really loved the little kid Job in this movie, or Joby. I thought that he was like I thought he was a really cool little kid, and I thought he just had a little bunker down underneath where he kept everything, and as you know, him and his sister Sarah were the only two kids in the entire town that weren't corrupted as hell. But great, just like I said, amazing movie. This is my older Anchor Bay release DVD of it. Has no special features, but it does come with a booklet right here, which I'll flip through right now, because why not? And this is just packed with some good photos, of course, and a child shall lead them. Great quote. And there's Isaac. Yeah, lots of great information. They even talk about the original story from Stephen King. I unfortunately have not had a chance to read the original story, but I do hope to someday. Like when I go and get some more books, I plan on getting one. I plan on finding myself a copy of it. But yeah, there's a scene of that when he's trying to be sad, when he's basically giving his soul to the thing, because the whole idea of the children is that adults are all evil, and adults are really, they're ones that are ruining the earth and corrupting everything. And honestly, as screwed up as it sounds, I kind of, in a way, I sort of agree. I kind of get it, honestly, because in a way, children are like pure, they don't cause any war. They don't really do, if they're brought up in the right way, they don't really do, they're not corrupting the earth in any possible way until they become adults, and then you know. And in a way, I kind of get it, even though I'm not really. I just kind of understand where children are coming from in a way. I know that might sound kind of demented, but does anybody else get that? Does anybody else are kind of like, well, like when you are a child, you are completely pure and you're free of sin, and then once you become an adult, it sort of changes in you. I don't know. But anyway, good book, and I love the disc artwork. I am planning on picking up the 25th anniversary edition 2-disc set. I think it's a 2-disc, or is it 1-disc? I think it's just 1-disc. But I plan on picking that one up. I love that. I also have this older VHS, which has the original cover art, which I love. Just the thought of the little children down there. If you look closely, their eyes are like green and blue, which I love. And then of course the big arm. I actually got, the first time I saw this movie, I got it from my aunt, and she has a very, very old copy of Children of the Corn. This is not the original copy. This is another release from Anchor Bay. There's the back one when Isaac gets crucified. And that. But yeah, I love this poster. This is probably one of my favorite horror posters of all time. Children of the Corn, great film. Linda Hamilton and Peter Horton. I did have the Anchor Bay VHS release of this, but I gave it away to my aunt because her copy no longer works. But yeah. So anyway, thank you guys. Anyway, if you have not seen Children of the Corn, I highly recommend it. If you're a fan of Stephen King or any of his, I'm sure everyone has already seen it. But if you have not seen it, I highly recommend you checking it out. It's a very good movie. It's not a complete gore fest. The opening scene, like I said, the coffee shop scene is probably the goriest scene in the whole movie, and the rest of it is just kind of, the rest of it's more. There's them trying to escape and everything like that. But if you want a good creepy movie to watch on Halloween, which I know I will be watching this multiple times this year, check it out. It's highly recommended. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next Must See Horror. Bye.